Hi everybody. I am live here in the Cabooties community, and if you're watching this, you probably already know I am Kelly. I am the mom who created Cabooties, and I'm so excited to be here with you today. I'm going to give it just a couple of seconds to allow everybody to get into the room, but this will be available on replay too. So let's kind of just jump in. If you're watching this on the replay and you want to join me live, text join live, JOINLIVE, to 72599, and you'll get a text when I do things like this, so you'll get invited to come hang out and chat. I see that there's a few of you watching. I'm going to pop my headphones in, make sure you can hear me. I see that there's a few of you watching, so if you can just leave a comment and let me know if you can hear me. Hi, Christy. That's a big help. Awesome, thanks. So you guys are in the group, so you probably already saw the post that Kimberly asked if we'd be bringing back swim shoes, and half the comments were like, yes, I need swim shoes, and the other half were, what, swim shoes? That's a thing? So I just wanted to come on live and kind of show you what the swim shoes are, show you some of the fabric options that I have, and then answer any questions you guys might have. So there was a post in the group earlier today asking if you guys had questions, and I would answer those live. So I have that post pulled up in front of me. And then if you guys have any other questions while we're going, go ahead and drop them in the comments. Shannon, I see you're here. I know I've got some answers to your questions. So yeah, just drop them in the comments if you have anything to ask. So first, I just have, this is actually a really old pair of swim shoes that have just been hanging around in my office that I happen to have to show you. So you can see, guys, they're just a pair of Cabooties that happens to be made of swimsuit fabric. The soles are still rubber. In this batch, the soles will actually be gray. I know I asked a little while ago about that, and you all said, Kelly, I don't care what color the soles are. But in case you do care, they'll be gray this time around. My manufacturer ran out of brown, and like so many people, they're having just a hard time getting things made. So the soles will be gray. But yeah, swim shoes are just Cabooties that are made of swimsuit fabric and then swimsuit lining. A cool thing about that too is the swim fabric is stretchy, so your babies will fit into them a little bit longer too. Kimberly, I see you're here. Thank you so much for that post the other day. It's turned into a whole thing, and I am so thankful for it. Oh, Christy says she has these ones. Yep, these were, guys, these shoes are probably like 2 years old, but they're newborn size, so they've just been hanging out with me for a while. Okay, so I am going to jump in and I am going to show you the fabrics that I have really quick, unless I see any questions pop up. So this is the rainbow, they're like rainbow fish. It reminds me of that book, The Rainbow Fish, or like mermaid scales. So these are those. I have quite a bit of that. So the quantities that are listed on the website are for all of the fabric that I have. So you'll see some of them. There's 2 prints I only have enough left to make 1 pair of shoes, and then there's some prints that I have like yards and yards and tons of, and there's enough to make 35 pairs. This is a print that Nadina just posted in the group that I have enough to make 1 pair of right now, and it's these really pretty seashells. And that was a Nadina custom print. She picks the best swim shoes, and she picks the best prints for swim shoes, and I happen to have a little bit extra of some of the prints that she chose, so that's where a lot of these cute prints are coming from. Let's see. Here is triangles, and I have quite a bit of the triangles. You can see it's kind of a big print. And here's sea turtles. The turtles are little, so you'll get quite a few turtles on your shoes if you go with that print. Okay, Christy, I agree that the triangles are so good. They'll match a lot of swimsuits too. Amanda's asking, can you make larger than 2T for the swim shoes? My son is a toddler in size 10 for either the turtle or the triangles. So I'm going to dive into that a little bit more. I for sure can make a handful of pairs of the 3T. I'm going to have to look into the bigger kids' shoes a little bit more. Okay, here's rules. I have enough for 1 pair of these left. I think somebody might have grabbed a pair of these today, so I have enough fabric to make just 1 of these. I have a feeling a lot of people are going to want this print though, because it's really stinking cute. If there's more demand, I can reorder this fabric. It'll just take, it'll take about a week for the fabric to get to me, and then at least another week for us to make the shoes. So if you're cool with waiting, I can get more of any of these prints that you see, with the exception of 2 that I'll tell you about. This is another one that I actually have plenty of this print, but can be reordered. This is Pool Floats. There's lots of cute little shapes in there. You'll probably, on the toe of a pair of shoes, get 2 to 3 pool floats. So if you are in love with any particular pool float, you might want to tell me in the comments, and I'll try to make that happen for you. Otherwise, it'll just be kind of random which ones you get. Oh man, a lot of you guys want the big sizes. Ooh. Okay, so this is a print that I cannot get more of, that I have a limited amount of. I can make about 5 pairs of these. Oh, there's a little fuzzy. So these are black and white stripes. So this is a pair of newborn shoes next to the stripes to get an idea. And this print, I actually do have a pair of shoes pre-made in the pictures for you. And here's another one that I have lots of this print. I cannot reorder it, but I have lots of it. Is the red and white dots. And I think some people in this group might have these shoes. So if you have them from last year, I think it was, I'd love for you to share these in the group. I think a lot of people said that this print gave them Minnie Mouse vibes. So there's red and white dots. It's also really cool if you're into that like vintage, like 50s, 60s look. I love those polka dots for that. All right, and then these ones are pretty straightforward. Black, you get the idea, it's black. And navy blue, pretty standard navy blue. It's looking, oh, I'm all out of focus. It's looking brighter here on my screen than I think it looks in person. It's a pretty deep navy, but it is, because it's a poly, well, actually it's a nylon fabric because it's swim fabric. Because it's a nylon synthetic fabric, it does reflect the light just like any swimsuit would. Oh, Shannon has the red and white dots. Shannon, you should share it with us if you're up to it. I would love to see. I'm going to show you, Maritza, in just a second, the neon pink. Okay, so this is this teal that I showed you in these shoes. I have quite a bit of this left. I don't know what I was thinking when I ordered this fabric. I must have got like 10 yards. And, oh, and Kimberly had the navy. Oh, perfect. Yeah, I hope you guys that have them will show them off. And then this is that neon pink that it is hard to photograph and really catch it. I feel like on my screen it's looking pretty true to color right now. So it is neon pink leaning towards peach. My fingernails are hot pink, if that gives you any hint, any idea of the shade of this. Yeah, that one is hard to really photograph and get it true. I think I found a picture of it on the Fabric Maker's website, so I'll try to share that too so you can get an idea of it. But it's a peachy neon pink. Okay, so I'm going to go look for your questions, and I will make sure you all get answers. And if you have any more questions, go ahead and drop them below. If you want to grab a pair of these shoes, I posted the link in the group. You can also just go to cabooties.com and type in swim shoes in the search bar. There's no link to it anywhere on the website because I am making this exclusive to you guys, but if you're tricky, you can find them if you dig on the website. I am not smart enough to completely hide them. Sorry. Okay, let's see. So about making them larger. So I have not come up with the pattern yet. It would essentially be, if you want them like in the slipper style like the adult shoes are, it would be essentially the same pattern, but I need to come up with an alternative for that fleece insole to make that happen. And then also, I haven't trained anybody to sew those yet. So if you guys were following really closely during the custom event, I have just like some connective tissue weirdness that sometimes makes my joints get really sore if I use them too much. And you know, I sewed every one of those custom shoes, so I actually am having to take some time off of sewing to let my wrists rest up and heal. So I can't make those bigger shoes today. I will be able to in a few weeks, but I can't do them just yet. So give me some time to kind of brainstorm the pattern and figure out what would work as an insole. I'm not sure you'd want the lining fabric as the insole. So give me some time to think on that and to kind of heal a little bit. And if you're still looking for big shoes then yeah, for sure we can make that happen. It will just take a little bit of time. If you just need the size up from a 2T, which I'll have to double check the shoe size. It's a 9 or a 10. It's somewhere in that range. and you want that in the baby shoe style, that we can make happen like now. I can do that in this batch. If you want, so it would be a 3T. If you want the 3Ts, let me know, because we have a pattern for that ready to go, and I can add that to the listing for you. You know, I'll just go ahead and do that when we get off. I'll put the 3Ts in there, and I will try to double check the sizing for you. I don't think I can get to it without going weird. Yeah. Okay, I'm looking. Sorry if my sorry if my eyes are crazy. Okay, so a 2T is a size 8, so a 3T would be a size 9. If you're looking for a toddler size 9, we can make that happen right away. Bigger than that in the future, just not right today. So I hope that answers your question. I just babbled. Let's see. Maritza, do you want to see them side by side, the black and white? Here's the black and white, and here's the pink together. Hopefully that helps you narrow it down. Okay, Deanne asked, and I saw your question on the post too, about the sizing. So absolutely, it is the same pattern, the same cut, everything. The only difference between these and the regular Cabooties is that the top is made from swimsuit fabric. Otherwise, the construction, the way they fit, is exactly the same. The only thing that might change their fit a little bit is the fact that this fabric is stretchy, so it's going to form to their foot more and be a little bit more forgiving. But I would get your same size in swim shoes as you would in normal shoes. Marissa, is it like a coral? I'd say that's a fair assessment. It's pretty neon, but I would say like neon coral could be accurate. Okay. Oh, and Maritza says I'm Superwoman. That's very sweet. Thank you. Amy, the design for the bigger ones won't matter. Just want to keep the heat off their feet. Which reminds me, one of the questions in the group was, are they good for hot sand? So I would say, I want to give you a really accurate answer. I know a couple people in the group have taken them to the beach and were super happy. They were perfect for the beach. If you are on very, very, very hot sand, like it's 105-degree day out, which I know it gets in some places with beaches, and your child is standing still for like 10 minutes straight, their feet may start to feel warm. Imagine like if you're holding a hot plate with a pot holder for a long time, like eventually you start to feel it. So that could happen, but generally the rubber soles are going to protect your feet from the heat, especially if you're playing in the water and stuff. So I would say yes, generally they're good for the heat, unless it's extreme heat for a really long time. Jessica, are the shoe sizes true to a standard size for kids? To the best of my ability. So from manufacturer to manufacturer, the shoe sizes tend to vary a little bit. So I based the shoe sizes on my size chart from the shoe chart at zappos.com. I feel like they have a good handle on all the brands of shoes and a pretty good like standard. So to the best of my ability, yes, the shoe sizes are accurate to standard kids sizes. If you are used to a brand that runs a little big or small, you may find some discrepancy. But again, because these are stretchy and because this is elastic, you're going to find the swim shoes are pretty forgiving if you're off by like a half size too. So Amanda, I think the 3T is a baby size or a toddler size 9. Christy, can you change your order to a 3T? Yeah, I'm going to make a note of that right now. Thank you for your patience, guys. You're welcome, Deanne. I like the baby shoe style. Can you do a 4T in the baby style? I'll have to play with it. I think that can be done. So I've actually tried to go all the way up to an adult size shoe in this style, and something about as your foot gets longer and narrower, this style starts to look kind of, I don't know, just the proportions get strange. So I'll try to do it in a 4T and see if it still works. I'm trying to think if I know a 4-year-old I can grab to test them on. But I will, I'll try that out, Shannon. If you can send me a message and let me know. And I think, who was it? Was it Amy or Amanda that wanted like a 4T? Amanda, that toddler size 10 would probably be a 4T. So if you guys can let me know what prints you're looking at, I can try to play around with it and see if I can come up with a little bit larger still in that style. And Maritza, I think you're right. This pink here is like a very standard little girl swimsuit color. I bet it'll match really well. Oh, Amanda. Yeah, I did this from here down. If you know Overtone hair color, they make this really cool vegan, cruelty-free coloring conditioner. So this is their, I think it's rose gold for brown hair. Well, thank you. That was very sweet. Amanda, I'm just going to have to meet up with your 4-year-old next time you're at the zoo. Shannon wants the turtles. Okay. I'm making all the notes. Shannon, 4T, turtle. I will play around with that pattern. I bet with a 4T we can make it work. I just don't want to promise you something and then it go crazy. Oh, look, you use the purple overtone, so you know how awesome it is. The only thing is I sometimes dye my bathroom sink pink. But it washes out, so it's cool. I froze again. Here we go. Does anybody have any more questions? I'm going to leave it a couple more minutes just in case you've got anything else you want to ask. I'm going to go back into the group post and see if I missed anything there. So we covered the sizing, we covered the big sizes. 3T, yes, for sure. I'll add that to the thing tonight. 4T, I'm going to double check and I'll try to get that up for you tomorrow as long as it works and nothing is weird. We talked about hot sand. Nadina said it was great when they went to the beach. Let me double check and see if I have any other questions. Looks like we got them all. So Amanda, I don't have adult slippers available at this time. Again, because I haven't trained anybody to make the adult ones, and I am not 100% sold on what pattern they would use, and I'm still kind of resting my wrists from sewing all the customs. So I would love to make adult slippers, adult swim shoes available later in the summer. It just won't be quite this week that will happen. They would be super cool for adults, so I agree. And I'm going to check the questions in the post one last time. Oh, it's just my husband texting me, you guys. He's upstairs putting our toddler to bed, texting me questions. So thank you so much for joining me. By the way, while we're here, I see there's still a few of you left. If anybody has questions about the brand rep search, that ends this weekend, feel free to drop those now too. Thank you, Amanda. Yep, so I will put the 3Ts in as soon as we log off. I will check on the 4Ts tonight or tomorrow and let you know if those are possible. And all the bigger sizes from there on up, I will try to pencil those in for later this summer once I am rested and ready to sew again. So thank you guys so much. By the way, if you're on the text list and you think of other questions, just shoot me a text. You can text join live, JOINLIVE, to get notifications of these lives, or you can just text hi Cabooties, HICABOOTIES, to 72599, and that'll get you just opted in to texting, and then you can send me texts with any questions you have at 72599. All right, guys, I don't see any more questions. So thank you so much. You can always drop questions in the group too, and we will chat later. I hope you love your swim shoes. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to make them for you. Have a great night.